Hello everyone, Eddie here again with another video. And today what I want to talk about is federal government or federal employees versus the incoming administration. So just to backfill a little bit or to explain a little bit, I was in a discussion with a family member who was concerned that the incoming new administration was going to definitely prune the workforce and get rid of federal jobs and create efficiency and things of that nature. And so, as we were having the debate, I kept saying that, while I do think there will be some loss in federal workforce, I don't think the new administration can do as much as it thinks it can because of bureaucracy. And so the discussion kept going back and forth with several people telling me that, I'm thinking too logically, that, the new administration isn't thinking that, and that, bureaucracy might work for some but not others. And one of the things that I thought would kind of save the day is that a lot of the federal workforce is unionized. And some of the things that they've done is set in stone, like telework policies or remote work policies. So I said I can't see them going back because that would be legal challenges. And again, I was reminded that that's too logical, that, with a conservative Supreme Court, maybe some of this stuff will get thrown out. And so I guess I did get to the point where I said, well, honestly, I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of like we have to wait and see what happens. And so I was at the mindset that I'm just going to wait and see, because it's going to be a long 4 years, or it's going to be an interesting 4 years. So I don't know everything that could happen. Some things could go crazy, some things could work out. So fast forward to today. Well, yeah, today I actually got forwarded uh, a news article from, I believe it was from Fed Smith, talking about this same type of issue. And I read the entire article and was kind of a little deflated, I would say, because what the article stated was it kind of validated what my logic was, but then it also validated people who I was discussing it with logic as well. So the brunt, or the majority of the argument state that the first way they're going to try to get attrition by forcing people to leave is that they want to bring everyone back into the office, full days, 5 days a week, no telework, no exceptions, and they're expecting people will just resign or quit or retire. And so there's going to be a freeze put in place, so there will be no more new hires. I believe the way the article states is that unless it's some type of like defense or national security, those particular agencies could get hires, but all the other agencies, nope, nothing, frozen. So then the article goes in that the majority of the workforce is unionized, and this was taken into the calculation because the way the new administration view it is that, like, your managers, your supervisors, your executives, they're not bargaining employees, and therefore they will be forced to come in. And in the process of forcing them to come in, the pressure is going to be on the bargaining employees, because they feel that the non-bargaining will be upset with the bargaining. And this is where the deflation came in, because this is where I think the MAGA slash Republican Party as a whole accelerates in, and that's being divisive. So what you're trying to do is pit part of the federal workforce with another part of the federal workforce. You literally want people to be upset with people because they're in the bargaining unit. And you're not even hiding it. So, so I believe that they are very effective at doing that. So there might be some division amongst, but still, contract is contract. So I was thinking about, like, thinking like long term, what type of impact this would have. How will it affect the workforce? And I do think that there will be a wave of people who will retire. There'll be some people who will say, you know what, I don't need this. I'm gone. And then with the freeze and you're not being able to hire anyone, I think you're gonna have a swath. If you ever watch the movie Office Space, really good movie. I would highly recommend watching it. But if you ever watch it, the main character Peter, I can't think of his last name, but one of the things he said was that, should I really bust my butt to do something good because I'm not going to get any recognition for it? I'm not going to, it's not going to benefit me. So let me just do enough work that no one will bother me. And unfortunately, I think that's where our government is kind of heading during the next administration, where people are just going to keep their head down and just do pretty much the bare minimum. And unfortunately, the customers or the people that government service will be hurt by this. But at the end of the day, they also voted for this, voted for the new administration to come in and to do this. So once I finished reading the article, I was looking at the comments section. I like going through the whole comments and reading people take on things such as this. And the comment section was even really very divisive. It was going back and forth, talking about, you know, this is great. Purge the federal workforce. We don't need it. They're like a terrible. They're like a terrible business. Doge. I think that's the Department of Government Efficiency. Doge will help and will sort this out, and good riddance to the federal workforce. Some people on the other side was saying that, with the federal workforce being reduced, you're going to have a lot of things that you're going to worry about, or you need to be concerned about. But a lot of that is just was arguments going back and forth. And what it really got me thinking is that, okay, in this particular case, I think there were extremes on kind of both ends. But that being said, overall, the customers will be impacted. So this is kind of one thing that I want to, and again, if you look at some of my previous videos, you'll see that, I like the federal workplace. I'm a federal employee. I think federal workers get a bad rap. Comparing the federal government to a business, it sounds good on paper, but there are a few caveats that we need to throw in the mix, or kind of like a foundation that we need to set so that we all are on the same page. First of all, there is no business that I'm aware of, and if I'm incorrect, please post it in the comment section. There is no business I'm aware of that is the size or bigger than our federal government. You could take the largest federal agency, and I'm pretty sure there's no business that's larger than our largest federal agency. So first of all, businesses can't get that big. They can't handle that. Second, let's be clear. Most businesses, and I'm saying businesses, most businesses, their main goal is to turn a profit. Their job is to make money for the business owner or the stakeholders or the shareholders. What is government purpose? Government purpose is to service the public, to service the people that it's representative of. So some of government things aren't meant to turn a profit. They're meant to help those people. So the comparison of, Trump's a business guy and he's going to do so good. He's going to affect the government. He's going to do really good things about it. Let me just be clear again, because I'm really not a Trump fan, but Trump filed bankruptcy six times. Trump filed bankruptcy 6 times. Six times. Let me say that one more time. Trump filed bankruptcy six times. Really? Really? This is who you want to help run the government? Someone who has to file bankruptcy 6 times? Again, we gotta at least come to some understanding that government is meant to help people, to help the people that it represents. So it's not about making a profit. Now, I will give some agreement that it should be efficient with the money that is entrusted with. I'm in agreement with that. But I'm not in agreement with it needs to turn a profit or it needs to be profitable, or that, government spending money that it doesn't have. I said it on a previous video. I'll say it now. Those people who say, you shouldn't spend the money you have, just answer me this. Do you have a credit card? Do you pay off the credit card every month? Do you spend on the credit card when you don't have the money? I mean, I'm just saying, if you want to make a comparison, let's compare things like that, because it's just I truly believe people they don't seem to understand what government role is, and that's really unfortunate. And I think it's going to take a little pain in a reduced federal workforce for people to recognize that. And it'll be little subtle things, because at the end of the day, and again, this is my opinion, at the end of the day, the goal is to prove that the federal workforce as it is not up to the task, and therefore it'll be more beneficial that if we privatize that, which means, of course, businesses will sprout up and they will do that. They will privatize and handle that. Now, keep in mind, I just said that there's no business that can handle the size of government, the size of a large corporation. So they'll be trying to get caught up to speed. And some of the services, like when you go, I don't know, I would say to the VA or some other federal agency, and you talk to the specialist there, they're not charging you. They're telling you what the policy is. They're not charging you. When businesses take over, they're going to charge you. No doubt. It's going to be a service fee, because at the end of the day, they want the money that our taxes pay. They want that in the pocket, and then they want money from you. So that's why I get a little agitated when I think about how federal workforce is sometimes coming under attack. But again, I have to say, I do not have a crystal ball, so I don't know. This is just my opinion. This is what my best guesstimate is. And until we actually live through it, we won't know. But if things start going bad, I'm going to probably make another video about it and point it out. If things go good, then I'm going to say I have no problem with saying, that actually was pretty good. I'm skeptical, but I have an open mind, and that's what I would ask everyone to do. At least have an open mind, and let's get on the same page about what government does, and do we really want to cripple government? I guess that's the question I'll end with. Do we really want to cripple government? But as I say again, it's just my opinion. Please share yours in the comments section. And thank you again for watching the video. And if you continue to watch, I will continue to produce. Thanks.